specialist med tech firm Angle is fundraising up to £8.8 million to move its pioneering ovarian cancer treatment, Parsortix, through to the next clinical stage and drive sales. Angle's also teaming up with world-leading cancer centre, Texas University's MD Anderson, to look into Parsortix's use into colorectal cancer. I'm joined by Chief Executive Andrew Newland to find out more. Well, let's start off talking about the placement and the offer, but a bit of background for our viewers. I mean, you've developed a device, haven't you, to detect and analyse cancer cells through a simple blood test.
Yeah, thanks, Juliet. Well, absolutely. This is revolutionising personalised cancer care. The issue here is that each patient has a different type of cancer, and you need to understand that. And we've developed a device that can capture cancer cells out of the patient blood and provide them for analysis. And this means that through a simple blood test, it should be able to select the right drug for the patient to make sure they get the best outcome.
Sounds like a no-brainer, but you need to raise some money to get things moving. Talk me through the placement.
Well, we have a world-class opportunity here to build a serious British Medtech company, and to do that we need funding. We're absolutely delighted that the institutional investors have agreed to support the company in such a good way.
But if you look at the terms, it's being offered at quite a substantial discount, 22%. Are you happy with that?
Well, obviously we would prefer to have the highest possible share price for such an investment, but actually this is a pretty good price. It's only a 9% discount on the price at the time we went out on the roadshow, and actually it's more like 19% increase on the share price 3 weeks ago. But quite frankly, the short-term share price is not the issue. The issue is getting the funding to deliver a major success for all our shareholders by growing this business, and you need funding to do that.
And you've done a shareholder offer as well.
We have, yes. So our objective was to bring in the big institutional investors, and we've got 13 of them into this placing, who can support us going forward and help us build a major company. But we've got some very, very loyal, long-standing shareholders who've been supporting our business now for several years, and we want them to have the same opportunity. And the great thing is they can invest on the same terms as the institutional investors, and they can benefit from EIS tax reliefs, which makes it very, very attractive for our existing shareholders.
Well, that covers the investors and the shareholders. Now let's talk about what you're doing. I'm keen to talk about the link up with MD Anderson, because it sounds like a bit of a coup. Although you've hooked up with Manchester, Vienna, California, London, you've got lots of partnerships. What's the big deal here? Well,
the big deal is that MD Anderson is probably the leading cancer centre in the entire world. It's been voted 1 or 2 in the United States every year for the last 15 years. Companies developing cancer products are desperate to get into MD Anderson. They've pulled us in because they've got a major opportunity that they're developing in colorectal cancer, and they believe that our system can actually get cancer cells that they can analyse to do that. So good news for them, but also good news for you. Well, tremendous news for us, really, really good news. This cancer is 1.4 million new colorectal cancer sufferers every year, and what MD Anderson are going to be doing, well, they're doing multiple things, but one of the things they're going to be doing is looking to use our system as a companion diagnostic for Merck Serona's Erbitux drug, which would be absolutely fantastic if they can get that to work. So this partnership is potentially going to make Angle. On top of the ovarian cancer, if it comes through in the way that we're hoping, it will be a major, major step forward, yes. So, but just having the prestige of MD Anderson wanting to use our system is a tremendous step. And that's for one particular project, but they're doing other things as well that they might bring you into, aren't they? Absolutely. So one of the big challenges is how does metastasis work? That's the process by which secondary cancers get set up in the body. And that is a particular type of cell in the bloodstream called a mesenchymal circulating tumour cell. Now those cells cannot be captured by existing antibody systems. And the MD Anderson people are going to be using our system to investigate these very important mesenchymal cells. So that could be some groundbreaking scientific development in the future. And on top of that, our system actually works very well in terms of capturing viable intact cells. So these are live cancer cells from the bloodstream. And MD Anderson are planning to do some groundbreaking work to see whether they can grow those cells as a population of cells outside the patient, which obviously would have dramatic implications in terms of testing drugs before patients actually had them, but on their own cancer cells. So dramatic implications for patients, but also
for investors? I mean, you've had a very busy start to 2015. It's been announcement after announcement. But talk me through the pipeline now going forward, next few months. What's in store?
Well, this placing is absolutely great because it means that our ovarian cancer clinical application, which is our nearest to market one, is fully funded. It means that we can progress as fast as possible over the next 18 months to get the clinical study to get this product used. And it has a massive implication because there are hundreds of thousands, millions of women having operations on abnormal pelvic masses without knowing whether they have ovarian cancer or not. So there's an immediate need for our product to give a blood test to test whether those women have ovarian cancer, and that in itself is a £300 million market.
So speed is key to get this product to market. But is that because you've got competitors chasing your tail?
Well, no, there are a lot of competitors. Lots of people want to get into this market. It's an £8 billion market, but we've got some very key competitive differentiations. The need for speed is because we want commercial returns. We want Angle to move into sales, and immediately we're moving into sales for research use, particularly using our system for pharmaceutical drug trials, which is a substantial market in its own right.
So the need for speed for commercial returns, but also to save lives.
Well, to save lives. I mean, it's a fantastic thing to be involved in. Every day we wake up, we're getting involved in trying to improve cancer patient outcome, whilst at the same time hopefully building a major commercial return for our shareholders over the long term.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much indeed.